Hello guys, I want to make this video about the news that David's Bridal is closing or laying off, right? And this is not showing the sign of the time of the economy, right? Not just economy, right? It's showing the sign of men are not proposing anymore. Men are not getting married, right? When David's Bridal is not making the money, right? When guys are not proposing, that means people aren't getting married, right? Guys are waking up to this ideas that marriage is a scam, right? When guys are not married, business get affected, the economy get affected. Marriage industry is what, $1 billion industry? From flowers to card industries, to all these the wedding planners, right? They all these industry all affected by marrying, right? By marriage, this marriage industry, right? Now, who proposed the marriage? Who's the gatekeeper of relationship, right? The gatekeeper of relationship are men, right? Women are the gatekeeper of sex. Men are the gatekeeper of relationship. So if men aren't proposing and want to be in a relationship with women anymore, that means it affects all these industries, right? From bridal gowns and all this stuff, wedding planning, right? Why aren't men proposing? Because men are realizing and waking up to the fact that marriage is not a good deal for them. There's all these negative connotations when it comes to marriage, right? The narcissism when it comes to women, right? They demand all this stuff. When you ask them to sign a prenuptial agreement, when men try to protect themselves, if the marriage doesn't work out, they don't want to be divorced great by the family court system, right? Because in actuality, when you look at it, the marriage contract does not benefit men at all. It's more favored towards the women, right? The law is written in favor of the women. The no-fault divorce, right? The high divorce rate. The rate of divorce is 50-50. You have 50% chance of your marriage working out. There's what? 80% chance, 80% of marriage end up in divorce, right? Like, that's not a good deal. This is why men are not marrying, right? These are men, and men are getting red pill every day. Men are getting constantly red pill, red pill. They think marriage is not a good deal. That's what they're thinking right now, right? And you know why? Because women have been over leveraging the divorce rate. There's been a lot of men have been destroyed by divorces. A lot of men, weak men, right there, right, at that point, right, took their own life because of marriage. Marriage will break a guy's down. Only a few guys are making through a divorce. You have to be strong to make it through a divorce, right? But not only that, there's been guys out there telling guys, older men out there telling guys that marriage is not that good of a deal, especially in the Western Hemisphere, right? So because of women entitlements, the law is not on the men's side. The situation, the chemistry lacking, most marriages, sex diminished. There's no sex after marriages. That leads to a factor of why men are divorcing, right? I mean, not why the divorce rate are high, right? There's no sex, which leads to infidelity. When you don't give up to men, right, men will find elsewhere for the pleasure, right? And that leads to infidelity, right? And that leads to breakup, right? And other men who's in this kind of relationship already telling the man who's single that it's not that great of a deal, and they realize and start waking up that marriage is not a good thing, right? I'm sure back in the past it was a good deal, right? Usually marriage is a contract, right? It's a contract between two unions. It's a business contract when you look at it, right? Well, I agreed to marry you. You offer me your offspring so I can pass on my legacy, right? That's usually what when you dig deep down into it, that's what a marriage is. It's a contract to provide a lineage, to continue on your lineage, right? Right? And and then they just write all these arbitrary rules that say if somebody's divorced, right, that you can take 50-50, but in reality it's more than 50-50. It's more like everything now. in idea, it's supposed to be 50-50, right? But when you talk to guys out there, who've been divorced, it's more like everything. They took the woman most likely to get possession of everything and the kids. If you have kids, you have to pay child support, right? By all these negative things that come with marriages, guys find out it's not a raw deal. It's not a good deal at all, right? That's why they choose not to get married. And what's the consequences of that? We have layoff in the wedding industry, the bridal industry, the marriage industry, the wedding industry, right? David Bridal's laying off people because people are not getting enough married. Especially at this time, springtime is like the busiest season for marrying, for wedding, right? Springtime, the busiest season, and summer, right? And you have to factor in all these economic downfalls too. And this is what happened. David Bridals are laying off a lot of people, right? David Bridals employ a lot of people for this industry, for the gowns industry or whatever it is, right? So this is one factor. This is what happened when guys start to realize that they don't get the good end of the bargain, right? You get all these ramifications of the economy collapsing, all these the wedding industry is collapsing, right? But before that, the industry always been collapsing way before the pandemic ever happened, right? Because at that time, men are starting to realize that wedding's not a raw deal. Now add on the pandemic on top of that. Now it's a double whammy, right? There is right have to deal with the declining marriage rate and the pandemic at the same time. Now because of that, they have to lay people off, right? See what they're doing? They write these laws that benefit men, right? And if men don't get married, they affected these industries. Because what I said earlier, men are the gatekeeper of relationships, right? You can hold sex as you want, ladies. You can hold sex as long as you want. But if you want a relationship, you have to respect your man. Because if you don't respect your man will not commit. Men aren't committing anymore. Because they're not getting what they wanted. When men expect for a woman to cater to him when they get married, husband and wife, they'll do his part. But as soon as the idea of no-fault divorce came along, that does not benefit men one bit, right? Not only that, child support. That doesn't benefit men one bit because men don't usually get full custody of the kid or 50-50. If anything, men doesn't get custody of the kids at all. Women get full custody in most cases. But now it's 2023. Men are waking up. Men are not asking to marry. Men are not committed. Men are involved in the hookup culture. They realize, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? That's what leads to hookup culture. Hookup culture leads to this as well. Men don't see any reason to commit when women are just giving it out willy-nilly. Not only that, the prawn industry at that, because why would you commit when you just have the computer right on your fingertip? I mean, that's what beta men do. I mean, I don't do that. But I'm just saying, with all these alternatives, why does that give a reason for men to marry or commit to a woman? Right? Why does that give a reason for men to ask you to get married? What do you offer? Ladies, you gotta ask yourself the question, what do you bring to the table? I know that question seems cliche, but it's true. Men need something out of it as well. You just can't have your cake and eat it too, and some of his, right? So you need to bring something to the table. Don't say you're a strong woman, you're an independent woman, you have your own money. Men don't want that. You just describe a male like Kevin Samuels said. In one of his videos, the woman just described a male. That's what men do. Men don't want another man. Men want a woman that cook, clean, look after the kids, provide them children, right? Provide them kids, provide them a lineage, peace, come home to peace, right? Don't take advantage of him. That's what women could offer. Say that. Promise him love, intimacy, support, right? Say that. Don't say I'm an independent woman. I can provide my own car. I can provide my own money. I have a career. I have a business. Guys do not care how much money you make. Guys don't want none of your stuff. He can make you his own stuff, right? And that's what women are not bringing to the table. And this is what make guys not commit to women. And the consequences is David's Bridal are laying off employee, which lead to a lot of people dependent on this industry jobs. Now the unemployment rate is going up because of this. Now people can't afford the bill. Now it's going to lead to a domino effect. People getting laid out to another industry. Now people can't pay their mortgages. Now we're in a deep depression. See where we're going right now? You need to understand the consequences and repercussions of your actions. All right. If you like what I'm saying, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll check you back with another episode. On that note, peace.